Today I present to you Mr. and Mr. Nanasa.
A yaoi one shot.
Disclaimer, I do not own free Iwatobi Swim Club. This is made purely for entertainment purposes and I do not benefit from it. This is from Haru's point of view. 3:12 a.m. Tuesday. Hakura's apartment. I sat at the edge of my bed for who knows how long. The only light in the room was from the street lamp outside that rolled into my window. Everything was silent, except for the distant sound of crickets chirping. I had my elbow rested on my thighs, and in my hand was resting a delicate satin box. I had been staring at the box for the longest time, occasionally popping it open and looking at its content. It opened up smoothly, and even in such dim light, the object inside seemed to glow. It was a ring. A wedding ring. It was a thick band of white gold and a large diamond in the middle. But that was not the most significant thing about it. Besides the diamond, on the right, was a circular piece of sapphire embedded into the ring, and on the left was a small piece of emerald. It was perfect in every way. I shut the box with a sigh and tossed it on the bed, away from me. My face was buried in my hands now, and frustrations and anxiety inside of me was building up more and more. Every time I closed my eyes, I could see his smiling face. I could hear him call me. Makoto! I whispered miserably and threw myself onto the bed. This shouldn't be so damn hard, I said to myself. We were best friends since we were kids, and we've been dating for 2 years now, I grunted. But I guess that's why I'm so afraid. What if he wants a casual romantic relationship? What if he doesn't want to be tied down by the bonds of marriage? What if he just doesn't want to spend the rest of his life with me? There are so many times when I found myself daydreaming about the moment I would propose to my childhood friend and current lover, Makoto Tachibana. Seeing his eyes light up in surprise, his cheeks pink from a slight unhappy blush, joyful eyes and tears in his eyes, and him shyly covering his mouth with, while enthusiastically nodding in a silent yes. But then the happy daydreams are interrupted with horrifying counterparts, like him looking at the ring with disgust or laughing at me and saying, "Geez, Haru, you're so serious about everything," or him rejecting me, and things would get awkward and eventually lead us both breaking up and cease to be friends even. I sigh again. I have been doing that a lot these couple of weeks. The clock hanging on my wall said it was a little past 4 in the morning. Ugh! Is it gonna be when I wake up? I sighed for the last time before laying my head down on the pillow and drifting off to sleep. 11:16 a.m. Tuesday. Inside the church fitting room. It doesn't really make sense given the gay lovers, but it's Japan. Haru-chan! I can't find my tie! Nagasa? One of the two, shouted with a panicked voice. Oh, be quiet and sit still. Nobody asked you to find anything, I grumble as I take out the neatly folded black tie from its luxurious black box and move it towards Nagasa. I'm sorry, I'm just so nervous and scared, he said while I put the tie around his neck. Well, that's understandable. It is your wedding day after all. That's what you got me here for. To pamper you and tend to all your needs. So stop panicking and relax and let me handle things. I smile as I finish up with the tie. Asking you to be my best man was the best idea ever. He smiled brightly. Yeah, so be quiet and let me dress you up properly, I said as I fixed the fittings in his vest. Yes, it is Nagasa's and Rei's wedding day. Rei had proposed to Nagasa last month on the 3rd anniversary together as a couple, and Nagasa said yes. Then Nagasa asked me to be his best man, and Rei asked Makoto to be his. The whole thing happened so fast that I didn't even have time to be jealous of how Rei had more balls than me as he proposed to his lover before I did. In fact, this was what got my gears grinding. Shortly afterwards, I bought Makoto's. I really have no clue. I need to watch free. I apologize. Ring. It was a good thing that Makoto and I were busy planning the wedding and taking care of Rei and Nagisa. Nagisa? It has to be Nagisa. Or else he might have known something was up a long time ago. Ru-chan! Hi, Ru-chan! I snapped out of my thoughts and stared at a worried-looking Nagisa. Is something wrong? He asked. I gently shook my head and tried to divert my attention elsewhere. My friend placed his hand on my shoulder and moved my face to look at him. Is it about Mako-chan? He looked at me with large concerned eyes. I sighed. I'm sorry. It's your wedding day, and I'm your best man. I shouldn't be acting like this. I smiled weakly. Haru-chan, you're my friend before my best man. I know you're scared of being rejected, but trust me, Mako-chan loves you very, very much. Much like his dog. And he would be the happiest person in the world if you asked him to marry you. He had both of his hands squeezing my shoulders now. I thought about his words for a second. Thanks, Nagasa. I'll keep that in mind. But it's almost time for the ceremony, so I'll save this for later. I give him a somewhat genuine smile. 12:04 p.m. Tuesday. Church Hall. Nagasa! Oh, that wasn't read by anyone. I apologize. Nagasa and I were right behind the closed doors that separated us from the hall where the ceremony would take place. Are you nervous? I looked at the short blonde beside me. He just nodded and squeezed my arm harder. It's gonna be fine. Everyone knows you. Who's fucking reading? This doesn't. I guess it's me.